Hi guys, in today's video I'm filming eyeshadow palette collection, and I just wanted to show you guys all my eyeshadow palettes because I just filmed a TikTok of all my eyeshadow palettes and there's so many, but I didn't get to show each palette like individually, and so I figured I'd film that today. So I'm kind of gonna go through my oldest to somewhat newer palettes, not in the exact order because I have no idea exactly which ones are bought when. As you can see, they're mostly in the background and like a bunch, there's so many, but I have no idea when exactly were bought in order, but I'm gonna go through the oldest to like some of the newer ones. Okay, so this Eyes Lips Face palette, that lighting is gonna shine right through the palette. So this Eyes Lips Face elf palette is like a super old one for me and I loved it so much. It's the neutral eyeshadow palette from elf, and I've hit pan in so many shades because I literally loved it so much. This was like a ride or die for me. I hit pan in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shades, yeah. But I loved it so much. Like, you can see how like the dents in each shadow, like there's so many, and it's like a ride or die. But I don't use it as much anymore. I used to use it a lot. And then all three of my little rack palettes are somewhat older. I mean, as you can tell, this one's like only 2017. I think this one was like 2016, this one's 2015, but I'm not sure. I know they come out with like one a year. And this was so special to me. My dad bought it for me when I was like in high school, and I swear I was like so happy when he bought it for me, like so happy. But yeah, and I used to use this all the time. Like, as you can see, a bunch of the shades are like hit pan on. I loved this palette. 2 of them are like completely gone. Porcelain, Custard, and Bisque. All 3 of those are completely gone. Oh, Gold Leaf's like gone too. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. I use this palette to death. I don't think I own any palettes that I have this much pan in besides this one. Let me count how much pan's in this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 9 shades in this have pan in it, which is crazy. And 3 of them are, almost 4 of them are completely empty. So that's amazing. Yeah, I loved this so much. Yeah, amazing. That was one of my favorite gifts I've ever gotten. And then Mega 3, I also hit pan in multiple shades. These are some of the ones that I actually have hit pan on because I've owned them the longest. So yeah. And Lorac Mega 4 is newer to my collection than the other 2, but I still loved it so much. It's such a pretty palette. Another palette that I've had since high school is the Matte Neutrals by Ulta Beauty. Although I have not used this very much, it's very pretty and I do really like the palette. So it's all mattes, so that's really fun. I don't own that many all matte palettes. I can really get a lot of use out of the matte colors in this. I own Essence All About Bronze eyeshadow palette, which is just like a drugstore palette, and it's all shimmers, and it's really, really pretty though. Yeah, it's like stunning. I also own Walking on Eggshells by Wet n Wild. I was like, what is this from again? And it's a 3-pan palette, but it's just super pretty. It's like very neutral. This palette is by Makeup Revolution. It is their Mermaids Forever palette, and it's super pretty. I love it. I also bought this in high school, and I love it. So yeah, it's very like colorful, very pretty. I own this one by Elf, and it is all shimmers, and it's super pretty. Sunset palette by Elf, yeah, the Prism eyeshadow. And then for a long time, I was so addicted to Tarte, I swear. All I would want to buy was Tarte palettes. Like, I literally have like a bunch of them. It's kind of a problem. Dream Big is one of the Tarte palettes, and I actually hit pan on the gold shade in there, even though you can't really see it. And I loved this palette so much, and I still do love this palette. This one I don't use that much, but I do love it a lot. It's the Tarte Leave Your Mark palette. Super pretty. This one I use all the time. It's the Tarte Double Duty Beauty Shape Your Moneymaker Eye and Cheek palette. I've used the gold so much. I'm so addicted to gold eyeshadow. That's like the ones I always hit pan on first. But I've actually experimented a lot more with more colorful looks lately, but for a while I was like, just for my everyday look I use a lot of gold. Part Toasted palette, which is funny because I own the Urban Decay Heat palette, and I don't really know why I own both, but this one went on sale at Ulta and I had to buy it. Of course. One shade is missing. I put it in my single shadows palette because it fell out, and I don't know, I just never put it back. So, but yeah, this is it. It's really pretty. Super toasted. I guess that is a good way to explain it, honestly. It's very like warm tones, really pretty. I have the Turdiest Pro palette, and I swore by this for like a long time. I also have Hit Pan and Glam because that one is a gold, so of course I Hit Pan in it. Yeah, but you can kind of see the pan just a little bit. It's that one right there. You can kind of see it, but yeah, it's really pretty though, and I really liked this palette. I use that one a lot compared to my other palettes because it had a big mirror, and so I would just use that like every day because of the mirror, honestly, like because it was practical. So that was fun, and I used that for a long time. And once I got my makeup vanity more set up, then I stopped using it as much because I wasn't using the mirror. So yeah, remembered I have 4 Morphe palettes. I have this one, the Jaclyn Hill, what is it called actually? I can't say a name, so yeah, but I own this one, the purpley toned one. It's really pretty. I used this a lot when I first got it. I really liked it actually. Actually, this eyeshadow quality impressed me for how cheap like Morphe is. I would definitely recommend Morphe as an eyeshadow company. ColourPop is amazing too for how inexpensive they are. Like, they have really good quality shadows. I don't own any actual individual ColourPop palettes. I only own their single shadows, but I swear by their single shadows, so I'm sure the palettes are just as good. I just haven't bought any single palettes because whenever I make an order, I'm like, oh, I want individual shadows. Like, I love single shadows. So that's who I normally buy my single shadows from, is ColourPop. But Morphe and ColourPop are really good inexpensive options. Barely use this palette like at all, which is so sad to me because it's such a pretty palette, but I was like touched it like twice, which is disappointing. It's devastating, but yeah, super pretty. I don't even know the name of this one. This one is, wow, did they just not write their names on them? Oh, 3502. I wonder if this one had the name somewhere in the corner. This is volume 2, so, or vault 2, so that makes sense. Okay, and then this is 3502, Second Nature. So this is really pretty. Barely touched, but very pretty. Oh, and this is not a Morphe palette. So I guess I own 3 Morphe palettes. So I own that one, the Vault, and then I own the Jaclyn Hill palette. And I think that's exactly what it's called, 35 Dream Colors. It's called the Jaclyn Hill palette, and I love this palette. I have used this one for a few looks on my Instagram, and it's just so pretty. It's stunning. Yeah, absolutely stunning. I love how it has those like blue and purple shades and the teals and stuff. That's so unique. And then this is the second edition 120 color eyeshadow palette by BH Cosmetics. And so it looks like this, and then it has another tier, and it's like this. And I've barely used this palette, which is so sad because it's such pretty colors, but I don't know, I just don't reach for it that much. I think a lot of people actually relate to that with me, about not reaching for your huge palettes as much as you do reach for your smaller palettes, and that's sad, but it's just kind of the truth. Like, I just reach for my convenient palettes like a lot more than I reach for that one, but I will make an effort to reach for that more because I definitely want to. And then from Anastasia Beverly Hills, I own Modern Renaissance, I'm not even trying to say it. It's so pretty. I love this palette. The shades are so textured, and I love the textures of Anastasia. And then I own Soft Glam. And Soft Glam I have used so much. It looks so dirty because I use it a lot, and I love it. Also, these palettes, they do like have a lot of fallout compared to my other palettes. Not like as much when I'm applying it, but the palette itself gets very dirty, but I love the texture, so I don't really mind the fallout in the palette. Makeup Revolution palettes that I own would be this one. This one's so stunning. It's like a total pink palette, and it's just stunning. It's like super Valentine's Day. I love it. And then I own the Makeup Revolution Forever Flawless Constellation palette, and this is what it looks like. So pretty. I'm in love with this. This is new to my collection, like super new. I'm kind of going by brands now because I figured that'd be a little bit easier to categorize. But yeah, oh my god, this is so unique. I just did a makeup look on my Instagram, on my makeup page, with this palette, and I used like the pinks, and it's so stunning. We stand. And then, okay, so Urban Decay, the Naked palette line, I used to have every single Naked palette, but I actually decluttered the number 2 because it was so well used. Also, it was getting really old, and so it was my first palette that I've ever bought out of any high-end palette possible, way before the Lorac Pro in like 2015, and so that one must have been like from 2013 or something when I bought it. I don't even know when it came out, but I bought it a long time ago, and so I did declutter the Naked number 2. Then all of these I got in like 2016. Well, this one is new, but this one I got in 2016, so that's really old, kind of disgusting. But yeah, so this is Naked 1, and I've used it a lot. I've hit pan on the gold shade, of course, because as you can tell, I just love gold shadow. I like especially used to, and also for like every day, I guess I swear by gold shadow. So that's Naked 1. And I also used to have the Naked Rose palette or whatever, and I got that in 2016, but I just didn't use it that much, and I felt like it was just taking up space in my collection that I didn't really want it anymore. Also, for some reason, I'm not as big of a fan of the Naked palettes as I am on all my other palettes. Like, they're kind of less favorites of mine. This is Naked Smoky, and I bought that for my birthday one year. Stunning shades. And then Naked Heat, which is the newest to my collection of all the Naked palettes, which I only got like a year ago, I think. Oh, I just dropped the brush. Absolutely stunning. I love the colors. And then this is Interstellar by Blackheart. I bought this at Hot Topic, and it is such unique shades, like such pretty colors. That black does not have pan on it. It must have been like a wet brush, and it definitely looks like it has pan on it, but it doesn't. It's just like a wet spot. But yeah, but it's stunning colors. I love this. It's so unique to my collection. J-Cat Extreme Access Pocket Shadow. And these are such pretty shades. I literally love this palette. And the foils, like, texture is so important to me nowadays, and the texture of this palette is absolutely amazing. Like, I love the textured gold. Of course, I've used the gold so much, and the the pink champagne color. The texture of it is stunning. I love textured shadows. So much fun. Okay guys, we are getting through this palette collection very well. We've already shown you most of them. And then Alamar Cosmetics, so stunning. I got this in BoxyCharm, and I don't know why this is still in there. I'm gonna throw that away. But I've barely used it because I just have so many palettes, and I don't know, I haven't tried it out that much, but it's stunning. I'm gonna make an effort to use it this week, actually. But I have used, I think, a few times. Like, as you can see, I've definitely swatched them all, and I've definitely used the blues. The blues are so pretty. Oh my god. This is stunning. The metallic, like, shadows in this are amazing. So this is a palette that I do use all the time. Even though it doesn't look like there's much pan, I use it a lot. Because, like, I love colorful looks for my Instagram and for, like, just for fun. But the My Little Pony the movie palette, it's this. I use this a lot. I'm surprised it hasn't hit more pan, but yeah, it's stunning. I use it a lot. I love the pinks in this. Like, that's so much fun. Pink is like my favorite color, but pink eyeshadow is even cooler because it's just unique, and it's like a unique way to add color without going too out of the realm of normal shades, normal, you know, color scheme. Because pink still seems kind of neutral, but then it's like bright pink, and I'm like, oh, fun. And then I also got Midnight Masquerade face palette in a BoxyCharm as well. I don't know why this is in there either. I hate these things. I guess I keep them because they like make it feel fresh or something, and I barely use the face part, but I've used the eyeshadow. It's an absolutely stunning palette. This is the Lorac Hollywood Glamour mini palette, which I just bought like really recently, and the only reason it looks so used is because these are like glitters. Like there's already pan on that glitter, but these are glitters, and it came a little bit broken, so I had to repress it and some of it fell out, and it was super sad. But I don't really mind, like it's fine. But I've also used that glitter a lot because I love it. It's an absolutely stunning glitter. I love this palette so far. I feel like the glitter is probably not super safe for the eyes. I'm just careful with it. And then this is the Too Faced Razzle Dazzle Berry eyeshadow palette. It's so cute. Look how cute. And it smells so good. It smells so good. But this is so pretty. So pretty. Oh my gosh. Stunning. I'm in love. This actually might be my favorite palette of 2019 that I bought. I just fell in love with it as soon as I started using it. And then I have 3 palettes left, and they are kind of random brands because they all came from BoxyCharm for me. So okay, so this is Violet Voss Essentials, and this is, okay, of course I have the thing in it, but this is absolutely stunning. Like, oh, you're not even really getting to see how stunning this is. Like, look how pretty that is. It's so unique. I love it, and I've never used this at all, so you need to get on that. And then, because all 3 of these are like brand new in the past couple months, and I just haven't had time to try them out yet. And this is the Fairy Tales Storybook Cosmetics palette, which I absolutely think is so stunning. It's so pretty. It's, oh, wow, my camera's not picking up on this. It's like way prettier than that. Okay, yeah, look how pretty. Isn't that stunning? It's like an all red palette. Yeah, it's based off Red Riding Hood. I was like, what is it based off of? But yeah, Red Riding Hood, and it's such a cute palette. Like, this actually might be my favorite, like, look of a palette. Like, that's just such a cute palette. And I like how it's, like, thick. It's, well, I don't like how it's thick for my collection, because I don't have room for it. But I like how it's thick and, like, the idea of it. But it's not super practical, but I love the idea. And then Celestial Thunder Dominique Cosmetics. This is such a stunning palette. Like, I'm so excited to start using this. Again, very textured palette, and that is like so fun. I love the textures in this. I love how it's like glitter, and the textures are just so much fun, especially Eternal Light. The this one right here is just so much fun. I cannot wait to start using this. Okay guys, well that was my entire collection of eyeshadow palettes. I hope you guys liked this video. If you guys want to see more makeup collection series, let me know. I'd be interested in filming more of like my lip products, or like all my like face products, or just all highlighters or something like that. I love makeup, and I've been using it a lot more recently again, and I'm getting back into it, so I'd love to make more content about makeup. I feel like makeup routines are a little bit harder to film, and also not super confident about them. But I would be willing to film one day. So yeah, you guys should like and subscribe. Let me know any other video ideas down below.